Ever wondered how silence can speak louder than words in love? You know that look that says 1,000 things without uttering a single syllable? Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the kind of silence that builds walls and turns up the volume on misunderstandings. Relationships are like good paper. They require communication to avoid those awkward, tearful, rip your heart out moments. And trust me, no one wants to be left holding a shredded masterpiece of love. So, buckle up, lovebirds, because today we're diving into the 10 reasons why lack of communication can erode true love. Get ready to turn up the volume on healthy communication. Starting at number 1, picture this. You think your partner's quiet because they're tired after a long day, but they're actually quiet because they're mentally composing a strongly worded letter about your inability to put your coffee mug in the dishwasher. See? Miscommunication. It starts small, but like a snowball rolling down a hill, that tiny misunderstanding can pick up speed and size. Before you know it, you're facing an avalanche of resentment and frustration, and no one wants to deal with an emotional avalanche. Those things are messy. The worst part? These misunderstandings can often be cleared up with a simple conversation. A quick, "Hey, is everything okay?" can work wonders. It's like hitting the pause button on that runaway snowball of doom. Remember, folks, communication is key. Don't let those little misunderstandings fester and grow into relationship-ending monsters. Because, let's be honest, nobody wants to explain to their friends how a dirty coffee mug led to the demise of their once promising relationship. That's just embarrassing. Remember that warm, fuzzy feeling you had when you first started dating? The constant sharing, the deep conversations that lasted until sunrise? Yeah, well, silence at number 2 is the Arctic blast that can freeze those warm fuzzies into a solid block of emotional ice. When you stop sharing your thoughts and feelings, a gap starts to form between you and your partner. It's like you're slowly drifting apart on separate ice floes, and eventually you'll need a team of trained professionals and a very long rope to pull you back together. And no one wants to call in the emotional rescue team, right? So, how do you avoid this icy fate? Easy. Communicate. Talk about your day, share your dreams, even vent about that annoying coworker. Keeping those lines of communication open will prevent the emotional frostbite from setting in. Because trust me, thawing out a frozen heart takes a lot more effort than simply talking. At number 4, we've all been there, those little annoyances in a relationship. Maybe they forget to take out the trash or leave socks on the floor. Annoying? Sure. Relationship ending? Not necessarily. Unresolved issues multiply like dust bunnies. Ignore them too long and you'll drown in resentment and dirty laundry. The solution? Address issues head on with humor and understanding. Remember, you're a team, even superheroes deal with messes. So when your partner forgets the dishes, again, take a deep breath and say, "Honey, why is my dinnerware set in the living room?" Remember, communication prevents small problems from becoming monstrous. 5. Trust. The foundation upon which all great relationships are built. It's like the mortar holding those relationship bricks together. And you know what happens when you start chipping away at the mortar? The whole darn structure starts to crumble. Secrets and lies are like termites, silently gnawing away at the foundation of your relationship. They create an environment of suspicion, doubt, and eventually a whole lot of emotional baggage that nobody wants to unpack. Honesty, my friends, is not just the best policy. It's the only policy when it comes to building a strong and lasting relationship. So, ditch the secrets, come clean about that questionable online purchase, and let your partner see your authentic self, flaws, and all. Remember, a relationship without trust is like a car without brakes. It's only a matter of time before things come crashing down in a spectacular and messy display of heartbreak. And nobody wants to be involved in an emotional car crash. 6 is intimacy. It's the glue that holds a relationship together, the sizzle in your steak, the cherry on top of your romantic sundae. And guess what's essential for maintaining that delicious intimacy? You got it. Communication. When communication dwindles, so does intimacy. It's like forgetting to water a plant. Eventually, it withers and dies. And nobody wants a love life that resembles a dried up houseplant. Talk to each other. Share your desires, your fears, your fantasies. Keep those embers burning with words of affirmation, appreciation, and maybe even a few playfully suggestive texts throughout the day. Remember, intimacy thrives on openness and connection. So, ditch the vague gestures and embrace the power of communication to keep the flame of your love burning bright. Now, at 7, wouldn't it be great if we could read each other's minds? Think about it. No more awkward misunderstandings. But here's the reality. We can't read minds. We often make assumptions about what our partners are thinking. Assumptions lead to misinterpretations and drama. The solution? Ask. Communicate if you're unsure. Clear communication is the antidote to assumptions. At 8, relationships should feel like a team effort, where both individuals feel supported and valued. But when communication breaks down, that support can dwindle fast. Suddenly, you're doing the tango with an uncoordinated lamppost. Communication is key to a fulfilling relationship. Talk about your dreams and fears and listen when they share theirs. Be their biggest cheerleader. Pump up those communication tires and ride into the sunset of love and support. At 9, resentment. The unwelcome houseguest that moves into your relationship when communication goes on vacation. It starts subtly, like a faint whisper of annoyance at that annoying habit they have of leaving their wet towel on the bathroom floor. But if left unchecked, resentment can quickly escalate into a raging monster, fueled by unspoken words, unexpressed emotions, and a whole lot of bottled up frustration. Remember those empty coffee mugs and dirty dishes from our previous chapters? Yeah, those can contribute to resentment too. Who knew household chores could be so detrimental to your love life? But seriously, folks, don't let resentment take root in your relationship. It's like a weed. The longer you ignore it, the stronger and more deeply rooted it becomes. The solution? You guessed it. Communication. Talk to each other. Express your needs. Address those little annoyances before they become major grievances. And for the love of all that is holy, put those dirty dishes in the dishwasher. Lucky last at number 10, Remember that electric feeling you had when you first met? The way your conversations flowed effortlessly, the shared laughter. Well, silence has a sneaky way of extinguishing that spark, turning passionate soulmates into two people who just happen to share a Netflix password. It's like you're slowly drifting apart on separate islands of silence. But fear not, my friends. It's not too late to rebuild that bridge of communication. Engage in some good old-fashioned face-to-face conversation. Remember, a relationship without connection is like a phone without service. Commitment, the magical ingredient that transforms a casual fling into a lasting partnership. It's the difference between Netflix and chill, and Netflix and building a life together, complete with matching pajamas and a joint retirement plan. But here's the catch. Commitment requires nurturing. It needs to be watered with communication, fertilized with trust, and pruned with a healthy dose of compromise. When communication falters, so does commitment. It's like forgetting to feed the relationship gremlins. Eventually, they turn on you, wreaking havoc on your once loving partnership. So, how do you keep those commitment gremlins at bay? You communicate. Talk about your hopes, your dreams, your fears, and your favorite brand of toilet paper. Hey, those are important conversations too. Remember, a relationship without commitment is like a house of cards. It might look impressive for a while, but it only takes a gentle breeze or a lack of communication to bring it all crashing down. So, there you have it. The top 10 ways silence can sabotage your love life. We've explored the treacherous terrain of misunderstandings, navigated the icy waters of emotional distance, and battled the resentment monsters lurking under the bed of unspoken words. But fear not, fellow lovebirds. Now that you're armed with the knowledge and a healthy dose of humor, you can combat communication breakdowns with the power of open and honest dialogue. Remember, in love, silence isn't always golden. So, go forth, communicate your hearts out, and watch your relationships flourish. And if all else fails, there's always therapy, or a good rom-com marathon with your significant other. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Share this with your friends and loved ones. Love and peace to all.